All right. Hey guys, welcome back to one of the best YouTube channels in the entire history of YouTube channels. My name is Skits, and today I'm also going to be bringing you a different style of video that you wouldn't normally see in this channel, a more personal video. And it's all thanks to a Reddit user I will credit here right now, because honestly, today wasn't one of those days where, I felt like doing anything funny or on the positive emotional spectrum of things. I woke up a little bit defeated, and I saw something on Reddit that kind of inspired me to, make something happy, I guess, right? And all thanks because a complete stranger had the ability to uplift me to a very, very, very strong degree. So thank you. And yapping aside, this video is going to be talking about 4 things that Naruto, not the anime character, but the anime and manga, 4 things that Naruto can teach us. I have my notes here, and I have my coffee, who I've almost finished. So let's get to it. All right. So the first thing that Naruto, the anime and manga, can teach us is that loneliness is not a circumstance. And what I mean by that is the following, right? So one of the reasons why Naruto starts so strong as a story, and one of the reasons why Naruto, the character, is also somebody you can feel a lot of empathy and a lot of connection with, is because Naruto, despite being a manga and anime character, he's very human. And he goes through, at a very young age, through something that is very much present and universal in our very own daily lives. And that is loneliness and depression. It's no secret that Naruto did not have parents growing up, that he was outcasted, that the entire city, Konoha, basically ignored him and feared him because of the nine-tailed fox within him. He didn't have friends growing up in school, and you could see him pretty much trying to fight that, right? By either being a prankster or by literally trying to look for affection. And this was something that stuck to him for a very, very long time. Perhaps until Iruka Sensei, vouches for him, and in a fight with another Chunin ninja, the guy who plots basically the steal of the scroll. I can't remember his name, but this is the first time where Naruto hears that he is worth something from a completely alien character, right? One of his teachers. And I think a lot of us can connect or feel empathy towards Naruto, because at one point we've also been there. We've been in the very same swing that he sat on for a long time, looking at other students or looking at other children and looking at their parents and just feeling so sad and so miserable. I think one way or another, we've all been through what Naruto has been through. And, being lonely isn't necessarily good. When you want loneliness, there's nothing bad about it. But being permanently lonely and being starved out of love or affection can be a terrible thing. That's why you see Naruto is, sad and depressed a lot of the times, at least when he was young. And we've all been there. But the thing is, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stay there forever, because that's why I say loneliness is a circumstance. You have the ability, the same way Naruto had the ability, and the same way Naruto worked really hard to escape that loneliness. So you don't have to be there permanently. You always have the ability to reach out and to try and connect, or to fight for connection, and to fight for and long for friendship. And yeah, I mean, we've been there. Like I said, I've been there personally many times, but I've gotten out of it. And Naruto is a reminder that you don't necessarily have to be there forever, and that you can do many things to escape that painful loneliness. So, yeah, that is probably one of the most important things Naruto has taught me, and maybe it's also taught you. Now, number 2, the underdog can triumph. All right, Naruto is a story, and Naruto himself, the character, is an underdog. And I don't care if you come at me with the information that, he is the child of prophecy and he was destined one way or another to fulfill that role. He had it rough, ladies and gentlemen, all right? He was absolutely an underdog, because from the very beginning, if you take this child of prophecy characteristic away from him, he was always destined to lose, all right? And to not succeed. If he wouldn't have had the drive he had, and if he wouldn't have had the discipline and the outright mad to pursue his goal of being a Hokage, right? And if he had to have a lot of things, not necessarily handed to him, but he had to look for these things. If he wouldn't have, then Naruto would have ended pretty much right there and then, all right? The things that this guy has to go through, the opponents that he has to face, one of the most ridiculous fights, perhaps, is his fight in the Chunin exams with Neji. All right. It's not. This is not at a point in the story where it's like, yeah, okay, you are a sage of the six paths. You are the other half of the Ashura Indra prophecy. No, bro. Naruto was just a regular ninja, and well, he did have the 9 tails within, and he did kind of abuse his chakra. But bro, you can pretty much admit that he had to work his ass off to fight this guy. And the same thing goes for many of the situations and circumstances that he was involved in. So he was definitely an underdog. And Naruto is also a story that can vouch and you see this through his eyes and through his story, that an underdog can win. Even though your probability of succeeding in one point, and especially in the beginning, is lower than 50, bro, if you do what you need to do and you do whatever it takes, then you can succeed. And now, tying number 2 with this one, number 3, consistency and discipline, right, will get you very, very long. All right, am I saying that right? Consistency and discipline, as well as having the right and adequate support system, will probably get anyone anywhere in life, especially the longest mile. All right, so you don't necessarily, and you can't, it's kind of unfair to attribute Naruto's success or Naruto becoming Hokage because he worked on his own for this. Absolutely not. He had a lot of people, and this is talking about the support system aspect of this point. His teachers, his peers, even some of his enemies, and just the overall circumstance, the overall way that it's written. Naruto, throughout the course of the story and as the story progresses, gets more allies and gets more friends to aid him in that cause. And something that's very beautiful to see right after the 4th Ninja War concludes, Naruto kind of has to study a lot for, for him to get promoted to Jonin, because all this time he's been an everlasting Genin. You see Shikamaru, one of the characters that, throughout the course of the series has more and more affection, admiration, and respect towards Naruto. He even takes some of his time at the end to help this man study. And he's like, you know what? I need to improve my prospects, because he kind of knows that Naruto is going to be the Hokage in one future. And Shikamaru is like, you know what? For this guy, I need to improve myself, and I need to kind of, develop my curriculum so that I can be on par with him. All right. So Naruto is the Hokage, but you could argue that Shikamaru is like the shadow Hokage. He's the guy who's there 100% of the time with him. And it's not Sasuke. Sasuke is doing Sasuke things, and he definitely supports Naruto and the Leaf. But you got to give props to the homie Shikamaru. And talking about the other 2 points, consistency and discipline. I mean, I think it's very naive of people to just wake up and dream, right? And want to have all these dreams and realize them, but you don't put in the work. You don't put in the work ethic, and you don't grind, and you're not consistent or disciplined. You have people out here thinking, you can be a great soccer player like Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo without putting in the work. You have people out here trying to be rock stars or rappers or Twitch streamers or YouTubers. And at one point in my life, I was that person, right? I thought that I could achieve my dreams just with talent alone and not the work. And bruh, I was incredibly wrong. You have to back up the thing that you want most in life, right? With a lot of action. Maybe you do have talent, and that's something very good. But believe me, if you don't work that talent, and you don't improve, and you don't connect, and you don't expand, then you're not going to get anywhere, all right? So Naruto, yeah, he has a crazy dream. Like, being born Naruto and wanting to be Hokage is pretty ludicrous. From the outside looking in, like any other citizen in Konoha could easily say, you're full of shit. Like, how the hell you, of all people, like, you suck in the Ninja Academy, you don't have any ninjutsu talent, you're just trash. Like, how the hell are you, of all people, going to be Hokage? And what does Naruto do throughout the course of the series? Prove them all wrong. What happens to Naruto right after he defeats Pain? The entire Leaf Village, including the people who doubted him and the people who talked shit on him, they were there rooting for him, And it's also a very beautiful moment to see. Like, there's a part where, like, you're getting a flashback of all the things Naruto's done. It's like, oh, Naruto went to the land of waves, and thanks to him, now we have the Naruto bridge. Oh man, he did something. Oh man, look at this. Naruto defeated, did you know Naruto defeated Neji? And not only that, did you know Naruto fought the One-Tailed, and he fucked him up, and thanks to him, the One-Tailed didn't come here? Did you know that it was Naruto, thanks to Naruto and Jiraiya Sensei, they went to look out for Tsunade, and thanks to them, now she's the 5th Hokage? And you see progressively all these feats, and Naruto getting more and more and more recognition and respect. And as a Naruto fan, the boy is one of my favorite characters. That moment is very emotional, man, because for so long you've been rooting for this guy. For so long you've wanted to see him succeed, and when he gets this moment, bro, you're like Iruka Sensei. He's crying. I was crying. I was like, fuck yes, this guy made it. This guy, let him taste success, man. Let him taste love. And it's such a beautiful moment in Naruto. But he is not there just on his whim of dreaming. He is there, and he gets there because my man works very hard. Now, excuse me. Jesus Christ. And to wrap this video up, the fourth and last thing that Naruto can teach us is, it also kind of has to do with number 3, is a right way to live or a right way to die is when you live or die by the dream that you have. All right. So I don't know where I stand on the perspective that, I'm thinking of like what the world thinks of this, right? Some people arguably say that dreams are not that important, right? Or that dreams change over time, and instead of dreaming, what you need to strive for in life is to have a peaceful life, a responsible life. You have to be very loving. And I don't know, maybe I can agree to some lengths to that, because, why are you living, or why are you working so hard if you don't want these things, right? Peace of mind, love, economical stability, and so on and so forth, But at the end of the day, life and what it means to be happy and what it means to be alive ultimately depends on what kind of person you are as well. And everybody is different, and everybody thinks differently, and everybody likes different things and hates different things. But when I say this, I don't know if you guys have ever read The Alchemist. You're gonna have to apologize me. The battery ran out, and well, fortunately for me, I just plugged in the GoPro to the cable, so now it's charging. So I was saying that I don't know if you guys have read The Alchemist before by Paulo Coelho. It's a short story, and a beautiful story at that too. But one of the things, and one of the characters in this book, in this novel, is a guy who just, he's like a tea manufacturer. He makes tea, he sells tea at a top of a hill in this deserted village. And he is a very interesting character because he's a character who has a dream, but he's set in life so that he doesn't want to fulfill his dreams, because he's afraid that once he fulfills his dream, he's not going to have anything to do ever. So he is dreaming, he's consistently dreaming, but he's not doing anything to achieve it because he's afraid. And from the outside looking in, you feel a lot of sadness for this character, all right? The same way you could arguably feel some sort of sadness or pity for a person who dreams but doesn't do anything about it, or a person who dreams but doesn't die, or isn't willing to do anything for the sake of his or her dream. And Naruto is a beautiful story, and he's also a beautiful character, because one way or another, when you have these crazy dreams, or when you have dreams that certain people, it might be your family, it might be your friends, it might be your peers, certain people are going to shut them down. And you're going to come across people who are like, whatever, that thing that you're dreaming about, that thing that you want in life, you're not going to get there. All right? It's impossible. All right? And the beautiful thing about Naruto and other battle shonen characters is that they are kind of cheerleaders in your own life. These fictional characters are cheering you on because of their example and because of the things that they say or do. These characters, one way or another, are motivating you to continue dreaming. All right? And, a character like Naruto, he wouldn't have it any other way. If he's not Hokage, and if he's not doing bleeding, sweating, training, fighting, almost dying for the sake of his dream, he wouldn't have it any other way. And the same thing could go for somebody like Monkey D. Luffy in One Piece. And it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful to think about that, you know, when you live for the sake of your dream, regardless of what that dream could be, hopefully it's a good one, you know, or a happy one. It is a right path to take, because you also have the, not the opposite, but you also have the choice to, yeah, you can dream, but not do anything about it. And when you are that, you're basically like a shell, right? You are not entirely alive. So if you have a dream, keep dreaming. It's probably one of the best things you can do. Don't let that dream die, but also at the same time, work for it. And yeah, I'm afraid that the camera is going to shut down again. So for some reason, it's not like charging. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to support me, you know, don't look at me like that, I know. Just like, comment, subscribe, and have a beautiful day. Thank you.